I'm Krista with Daytona Yoga. And some of you may know that I recently took up running. I ran my first triathlon a couple years ago, and I took on the new challenge of preparing for a half marathon, which is actually coming up in a couple of weeks. And I have experienced a whole different level of my body through running. And my yoga practice has become even that much more important because all the running creates all this contraction, all this tightness, all this strength. And I need the yoga to really open and balance all of that in my body. So I've worked a little bit on doing some research to find out what I could use for myself to make my body more comfortable and allow it to receive the running a little bit and sustain my body more for the running. And I thought I would make a video to share it with you. Now, this yoga video is definitely going to help runners because it's going to focus on hip openers, hip flexors, thigh, hamstring, calf, foot, all of that. But it's also good for anybody that has tight hips, anybody that wants to open and release in the lower body. But as I've become a runner, and I can officially say I am a runner, the video today is going to focus for that purpose. So enjoy it, make whatever modifications you need to make. If you are new to yoga, especially if you are a runner, your body may be very tight and you may need to modify, but give it time, practice, use some consistency, and eventually you'll feel the body begin to open. This is a great practice to use on your off days of your training, and also use it after, perhaps as a cool down, but it'll make a real nice practice to balance out your running that you're doing on a daily basis. I hope you enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Let's begin by first sitting nice and quiet with the eyes closed. Hands can be on the lap or the thighs, whatever works for you. And take these few moments to just simply connect to your breath, to get present. Let all the other clutter release from your mind. You can set an intention for your practice. This is a very personal experience, so honor what works for you. Breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Long, full, deep breaths in and out. And eventually, just open your eyes. Bring your awareness back to the here and the now. Let's begin sitting like this with the right hand on the floor and the left hand on the hip. As you inhale, press the hip up, and as you exhale, press the hip down. Rock forward and rock back at your own pace, gently inhaling and exhaling. You can add the arm here if you want, really stretching and reaching, making a little bit deeper stretch and opening through the body. Lengthen as you inhale. If you choose, you can even lift the hip, kind of press that pelvis forward, open even deeper through the front of the body. Lengthen all the way through the fingertips, and if you want, when you lift, you can even pause here for a moment, really open that heart to the sky. This is your practice. Honor what feels good to you. Eventually, as you lower all the way back down, ground both hands on either side of the knee. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, dive down, lengthen through the spine, and as you inhale, rise back up. Again, chin to the chest, lower down, long spine, and rise. One more time, chin to the chest, lower, and lift. Pause for just a moment and reverse the direction. Long spine as you come down, then tuck the belly into the back and roll all the way back up. Lower down and rolling up. Take your time, breathing as you move, going at your own gentle pace. Pause for just a moment. Take the gaze over the right shoulder and then to the left. Looking back and looking forward at your own gentle pace, releasing tension from your own neck. As you come back to the center, ground that right hand behind you, left hand is on the knee as you twist, looking all the way over the back of the room, over that back shoulder. We'll slowly come back to the center and just extend those legs out in front, lengthen through the spine, and just come through it to a very gentle fold here. It's even fine to really round the back. Just relax and breathe. When you're ready, just slowly press the hands into the mat, draw the body back up, and then we'll switch the legs so we're now on that opposite side. Left hand comes to the floor, right hand on the hip. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, lower down. Press up and lower down. Each time, just opening that hip a little more. You can extend that arm when you're ready. And as you press that hip up, reach, lengthening through the side body all the way through to the fingertips. Slowly, mindful movements, breathing as you move. If you're ready, you can lift those hips, roll that heart open, further stretching and opening through the body. Should feel really nice. Just let the shoulders roll back and that heart open. It's a very freeing movement here. Eventually lower all the way down, and once again ground the hands on either side of the knee. We'll take the chin to the chest, lengthen, expanding through the spine, then inhale and roll up. Chin to the chest, melting down, long spine and rise. Use your breath. Exhaling as you fold, inhaling as you lift. Eventually switch directions, folding down with a straight back, then chin to the chest as you roll up. Again, lengthen with a long spine and slowly rise. One more time, gentle and easy, feeling all the sensations throughout your back. Here we'll pause to stretch the neck as we look up and then look down. Take your own range of motion, your own pace here. Nothing should hurt. Gentle and easy. Eventually, as you come back to the neutral position, we'll take that right hand behind us, left hand to the knee and twist, looking all the way over the back shoulder. And eventually, slowly releasing out, coming back to the center. This time we'll ground the feet to the floor, fingers to the front. As you inhale, press the hips up and drop the head if you can. Keep pressing the hips, keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breathing, lifting, opening. When you're ready, slowly lower all the way back down. We'll come onto the hands and knees now. Hands nice and grounded under the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Take a deep breath in, exhaling, round the spine, chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Then inhale and reverse, belly to the floor, tailbone to the sky. Again, exhale and round, stretching, opening, releasing through the back of your body. And as you inhale, arching, opening through the front. Go at your own pace a few times, exhaling as you round, inhaling as you lift. Each time, maybe just a bit deeper into the pose, feeling even more release. With the next exhale, sit back into a child's pose. Hips are over the knees, fingertips to the front. Forehead can just rest on the floor. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. With each exhale, let the heart sink a little bit closer to the earth. When you're ready, inhale and rise. You can round the spine at the top. Then inhale, arch the back, toes are tucked under. As you exhale, lift into your first downward facing dog. Arms are strong, knees can soften. You can even walk the dog here if you want. Bend one knee as the opposite heel sinks down into the floor. Feel the stretch into the hip, feel the stretch into the toes. The head just completely relaxed in between the arms. If it feels good to you, you can take one leg at a time, lift it up to the sky, stretching through those hips a bit more, opening through that lower back. This is just an option, it's up to you. Taking your time, just lifting as high as you can for your own body. And eventually, with both feet on the floor, soften the knees. Looking up, we'll walk the feet up towards the top of the mat in between the hands. Lengthen through the spine, then exhale and fold. And looking up, long spine, inhale and rise. Reach the arms all the way up overhead, palms together, and then slowly bring the hands to the center, to your heart. Take just a moment of stillness to be right here and right now. Let's take the left leg, step it back, opening nice and wide into a 5-pointed star. Feet grounded, arms wide, crown of the head to the sky. Take a deep, long, full breath in. As you exhale, begin to hinge at the hips and start to fold. Gentle and easy, eventually just releasing the hands down to the mat, in between, in the same line as the feet. Let the head relax, stack the elbows over the wrists as you go nice and easy into the fold. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. Each breath taking you just a bit deeper in. Top of the head moving down to the earth. Then inhale, we'll walk the hands towards the right leg, coming into a lunge. Release that back heel, the hips sink. Inhale, looking up, lengthen through the spine here. Exhale, let the hips sink. As you inhale, lift the hips, straighten that front leg as much as you can. Let the nose move towards the knee. Deep stretch as that hip is pulling back, front toes to the floor, back heel to the floor. And slowly bend that front leg again. Let the hips begin to sink. We'll walk the hands back to the center, coming into a fold once again. Adjust the feet so that you're comfortable. This time you can keep the hands on the ankles or the feet, maybe the calves, whatever you need to do. Just breathe mindfully as you feel those hips open, moving deeper into the fold. Eventually, bring those hands all the way over to the left foot. Just as we did on the other side, release the heel. You can always use blocks here if it feels better for you. Let the hips sink, lengthen through the spine, open through the chest. Then as you inhale, slowly begin to lift the hips. That front foot is as long as you can, toe pressing to the floor, back heel to the floor. Really lengthen and open here as you draw the hips back, stretching through the hamstring. Eventually, bend into that front knee, let the hips sink. Walk the hands back to the center. Once again, wide ankle stretch. Top of the head down to the mat. Gentle, easy breath. One variation here is to take those hands behind you. Kind of use those hands to help pull the body down even more as the hips begin to open. Allow the body to fold even deeper. Eventually, walk the hands back to that right leg. Once again, coming into that lunge. Let the hips sink. This time we'll let the back knee come to the floor. Inhale and rise, sweeping those arms up overhead. Get as long as you can. Keep the hips forward and down here. Breathing. We'll take that right hand to the right thigh as you create a twist. Elbow all the way to the outside of the knee. Hands towards the heart as you deepen and open that twist. Hips are still forward and down as you maintain the twist. Slowly come back to the center, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, hands back down to the floor. Lift the back knee, walk the hands back to the center, and once again, fold. Bend the knees if you need to. You can take the hands together here, pressing them up. The arms are as straight as you can. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. Each exhale just a bit deeper, honoring your body as you settle in. Long, full breaths. Eventually release the hands to the floor. We'll take it all the way over to the other side. Again, let the hips sink. Lift through the chest. We'll let that back knee come to the floor. Inhale and rise, sweeping the arms up overhead. Take your time, breathing. Eventually, we'll lower the hand down to the thigh. Use that hand on the thigh to help twist yourself around, coming into that deep twist. You can even take the gaze up if you'd like. Keep the hips forward and down. With each exhale, maybe twisting just a bit deeper. Eventually, unwind, come back to the center, arms reach up, and exhale, hands down to the floor. Lift the back knee, come back to that center. Once again, wide ankle stretch. This time, ground the hands to the floor. Left hand stays there as you take the right arm and reach it up, creating another nice twist in your body. Slowly use the breath as that hand comes to the floor, twisting in the opposite direction. Keep the spine long and parallel to the floor. It's just that spine revolving, twisting as you open. We'll walk the hands back to the front, back to that right leg, lowering down, knee to the floor once again. This time, walk the foot towards the opposite hand and then pull the hips back. The knee will kind of open up and the toes will open up to the side. This creates a real nice stretch in that IT band. You can certainly move those hips and the body a little bit from side to side. You can also explore flexing and pointing the foot to create a little bit different sensation up and down the leg based on what you need. Take your time, breathe, stay present and observe how the body feels. Eventually come back to that neutral position. Come back to that wide angle stretch. Ground through the hands, same as we did before. Open and twist. Taking your time, lower the hand back to the floor. Open and twist the opposite direction. Spine stays straight, just long as you twist. Take it over to that other side now, bending into the knee, back heel is lifted. Just as we did before, the knee on the floor will walk the foot towards the opposite hand and then pull the hips back. Feel a nice stretch here in that outer thigh. Make little movements at your own pace, any way that works for you. You can even flex and point that foot. Take this to whatever degree that you'd like. Stay present in your body. This can be intense, so be mindful to never overdo it here. Make sure it always feels good, that there's a balance between challenge and ease. Good. Come back to neutral as you lift that back knee. Come back to the center. Wide angle stretch. This time, just find that fold once again. Gentle, easy, releasing after that hard work. Mindful breaths in and out through the nose. Each exhale takes you just a bit deeper. Once again, walk the hands over to that right leg. Ground through that front leg. You can keep that back heel lifted or you can ground it. Stay low in the front leg as you inhale and sweep the arms up into our Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. That front leg is nice and low, the belly is in, the heart is open. Feel energy all the way through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw the hands all the way back down to the floor. We'll straighten that right leg, come back to the center, once again folding. It's always your choice to take any variation that works for you. Let this be a bit of a rest in between those hard warrior postures. Eventually we'll walk the hands over towards the left leg, the other side. Keep that back heel lifted low in the front leg. Take your time, honor what you need to do here. When you're ready, sweep the arms up. Stay low in that front leg, belly is in, heart is open, energy all the way through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, as you're ready, slowly lower the hands all the way back down to the floor. We'll come back to that wide ankle stretch once again. Breathing, gentle and easy. Do what works for you with the hands. You can always reach the hands out to the ankles, the feet, the calf. Once again, it's your practice. Honor what you need to do. And eventually we'll take those hands, walk them over to the right side. Bend into that front leg. This time we'll ground that back foot. Slowly rise into Warrior Two. With the next inhale, let the palms rise up. Just a little bit different sensation in our Warrior Two. Stay low in the front leg and the knee is open towards the pinky toe. Breathe, exhaling, going just a bit deeper. Strong focus in Warrior Two. Take a deep breath in, exhaling, cartwheel the hands down to the floor, lift that back heel, and then walk the hands back towards the center. Do what works for you as you once again fold, softening the knees if you need to. Eventually walking over to the other foot, ground through that front leg, back heel is grounded. We inhale and rise back into that Warrior Two. Inhale and let the palms roll up. Feel the shoulder blades just moving down along your back. Gazing over those front fingers. Knee towards the pinky toe, going just a bit deeper with each breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. We'll release the back heel as you walk the hands to the center. Wide angle stretch. Take those hands behind the back if you choose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Do your best to keep the arms as straight as you can. Take your time easing into this, letting tension release, finding the joy here with each and every breath. When you're ready, releasing the hands down to the floor. Look up, long spine parallel to the floor. Then take those arms out to the side. Keep the back as straight as you can as you rise. Here we adjust the feet to prepare for triangle. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, reach out over that right foot. Feel the pelvis rocking forward, eventually folding, creating a straight line from fingertip to fingertip here. Make whatever modification you need to. Just go as far as you can. But keep the spine long, keep energy reaching through the fingertips. Even take that gaze up if you choose to challenge your balance. Inhale, rise back to the center. Feet are back parallel, and once again we fold. Wide angle stretch. Pick whatever variation works for you with the arms here. Just make sure it's gentle and easy. And once again, we'll rise back up, strong in that back. Preparing for the triangle on the other side, we adjust the feet. Inhale, expand. As you exhale, reach out over that left foot. Reach as far as you can, and then fold. Feel free to use a block or just keep the hand on the shin or the thigh. Take that gaze up to challenge the balance. Feel energy of the crown of the head, keeping that spine nice and long. Then eventually use the breath. Inhale and slowly begin to rise. Coming back to that neutral position. And once again, we fold. Honor what you need to do for your body here. Each time, maybe just a bit deeper. Finding your way in as this posture becomes more and more familiar. Each exhale, go just a bit deeper. Just as we've done before, let's walk the hand over towards that right foot. Let the hips sink, long spine, front foot, step it back into a plank. Lowering down, whatever variation works for you, then inhale, open up through that heart cobra or upward facing dog. As you exhale, send it back into downward facing dog. If you need a break, feel free to take puppy stretch. Here, take long, slow, full deep breaths in and out through the nose. Slightly bend the knees if you need to get a little bit more length in that lower back. Think of pressing down through the base of the index finger for strong arms. Once again, begin to lower the hips, strong plank as you lower down. Inhale and rising. At your own pace, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Take just a moment to think about your posture and then let that go. Just breathe deeply, feeling all the sensations throughout your body. Long, full, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Let's take this vinyasa again. Go at your own pace, making any variations you need to for your own body. This is your practice. Eventually finding your way back into downward facing dog. Longest, fullest, deepest breaths so far today here as you rest in downward facing dog. Eventually, lowering the knees, we'll take a child's pose for a moment. Sweep the hands all the way back by the feet. Let the shoulders just collapse down to the floor. Forehead can rest on the mat or feel free to use a blanket or block to support the head. Take a few moments just to be here. Breathing deeply, mindfully. We'll take the hands under the shoulders now, lifting back up. Come back to a seated position like we began this practice. Only this time, as we ground that right hand to the floor, use the left hand to reach for that ankle. Draw the heel towards the buttocks as you roll that hip forward for a nice stretch all throughout the thigh here. You can take the gaze over that right shoulder, keeping the chin parallel to the floor. And draw the knee back to go a little deeper here. Please back off if you need to. Several different variations that might work for you. Honor your body. Do what feels good. Keep the spine long. Keep that hip rolling forward, lengthening and opening through the thigh. Take your time. Keep working the posture with each breath. Eventually, slowly releasing out. Take both hands to the outside of the thigh. Lengthen through the spine at first and then melt into a twist. Try to keep the shoulders and the elbows square to get a little bit deeper twist. Just melting, relaxing, breathing. With the hands under the shoulders, slowly begin to rise. This time, come to the center, grounding through both sits bones as you reach out in front. Go only as far as you can to keep both sits bones grounded. Doesn't have to be a far reach in order to feel it. All depends on your own range of motion as to where you're able to move. Use the breath, the exhale, to take you just a bit deeper in, exploring your own range of motion, exploring where you can go here in this posture. Slowly walk those hands underneath the body to draw yourself up. We'll extend both legs out in front. Let the feet be wide here. We'll just rest for a moment in our hammock. Belly drops into the back. You can let the head drop back. Just relax. Observe the sensations after those set of postures. And slowly preparing for the other side. We'll adjust those legs. Left hand is grounded to the floor. Use the right hand to reach for that ankle. Just as we did before, the heel comes in towards the body as we roll that hip forward. Make little variations. Take the gaze out over that left shoulder. Keep the spine long here. Most important is that breath. Long, full, mindful breaths in and out through the nose. Taking your time, going just a bit deeper into that thigh stretch with each breath. Good. Slowly releasing. We'll take the hands to both sides of that thigh. Square off the shoulders. Inhale. Then exhale and melt. Use props if you need to. Find your own range of motion. Keep the shoulders square to deepen that twist. With each exhale, go just a bit deeper. Let this be relaxing. Let it be gentle and easy in your body. Taking your time, slowly begin to rise. Coming back to that neutral position. Really ground through those sits bones as you lengthen through the spine and reach out in front of you. Find your own range of motion. It might be different on this side, but do your best to keep the sits bones grounded, only going as far as you can to maintain the sits bones connected to the earth. Breathe each exhale, maybe go just a bit deeper. Finding your way in, observing the sensations all throughout your hips, the legs, the body here. Slowly rise. This time, place both feet flat on the floor, the hands behind you, fingertips towards the feet. As you inhale, slowly press the hips up to the sky. Shoulder blades squeeze together. You can drop the head if you're comfortable. Keep pressing, keep lifting and opening. Slowly, with control, begin to lower the body down. This time, if you choose, extend the legs into a reverse plank, lifting those hips, squeezing the shoulders blades together. If it's too intense, just go back to bent knees. But try it if you can. Keep pressing, keep lifting, keep strong in your body. Only lowering down when you're ready. And eventually coming all the way down onto the back. We'll find corpse pose for a little counter posture here after all that bit of hard work. Take a moment here just to relax, to notice the sensations throughout your body. Here we'll bend both knees, take an ankle to the opposite knee, and then draw that knee into the chest. Interlace the hands on either side of the thigh as you draw that knee in. For a little bit deeper stretch, you can interlace the fingers on the shin. Try to make sure the head stays grounded. The chin is towards the chest. We want that neck nice and long. Once you find your way into the posture, focus on your breath. Take a long, full, deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale through the nose, maybe draw that knee in just a bit closer. Feel the release through the glutes and through the hips. Stay present. Eventually releasing, take that leg and extend it all the way up to the sky. Reach for the foot if it works, flexing the foot as much as you can. You can even extend that right leg out along the floor. Honor what you need to do here. Just feel that nice long hamstring stretch, even a bit of a stretch here through the lower back. You can point the toe, stretching all through the top of the foot and the front of the leg. You can circle the foot around. Just give your foot and ankle some attention here. Move in any way that feels good to you. Notice the sensations and the changes all up and down the leg as you do this. Good. Now here we'll take the left knee and cross it over the right knee. Get those knees to stack as best as you can. Try to reach for the feet or the ankles, pulling the feet towards the hips. This creates a nice stretch through the outer thighs, through the glutes, even through those IT bands. Spine is still long here. Head is still grounded. With each exhale, just go a little bit deeper in. Give a chance for the muscles to relax and for the body to breathe. Listen to your own body here. Release whenever you're ready. But eventually, when you are complete, just extend those legs out along the floor, coming back into corpse pose, taking a few moments here to be still. There's lots of value here in these moments between the postures where we just observe. Now we'll prepare for that other side, ankle to the knee. Draw the left knee into the chest. Make little adjustments, whatever works for you. Long, full, deep breaths. Each exhale, drawing the knee a little closer to the chest. Stay present in your body rather than letting your mind wander. Stay present to all the different sensations of that hip and leg, maybe even into the neck and the shoulders. Whatever you notice is what you observe without judgment. Eventually, we'll take that right leg now and extend it up to the sky. Just as you did on the other side, make whatever modification works for you. You want to feel that lengthening in the back of the leg as well as the lower back here. Keep the tailbone pressing down to the floor as you send the heel up towards the sky. Try to relax as you breathe. You can always choose here to work through that ankle and foot, pointing and flexing, circling around, whatever feels good to you. It is important to move those feet though, releasing all the muscles throughout the feet and the ankles. And we'll stack those knees once again on the opposite side this time. Once again, reach for the ankles or the feet. Maybe it's only the calves. You might need to modify this posture. Do what works for you. Try to relax once you're in the posture. Feel the sensations. Just receive and let go. Take your time as you very gently release, once again finding your way back into corpse pose. This time though, we're preparing for Shavasana, so take your time, make little adjustments. You might need supports under your knees. You might need to cover yourself with a blanket or an extra layer of clothes. The feet are wide enough that the toes and the knees can just fall out to the side. There's some space between your hands and the hips so that the palms can roll up, releasing through your shoulders. The eyes close, the body grows still. The breath becomes longer. The mind becomes quiet. Just observe the breath, and with each exhale, find your way a little deeper into stillness. Everything else we've done has been to lead you to this moment of complete relaxation. There's nothing you need to do and no place you need to go. Just let yourself be here to receive the healing, to receive the love, and to simply be. Take a deep breath in through the nose here, and as you exhale, let go. Take another deep breath in through the nose. This time, as you exhale, begin to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. You might just gently let your head rock from side to side. Just bring the awareness back into your body. You can stretch the arms overhead, get as long as you can. Feel all the energy, the vitality, the strength in your body. Eventually then draw the knees into the chest. Roll over onto the right side of your body, curled up into a little ball. And here we pause for a moment to express gratitude, a truly transformative practice. Express the gratitude that you have in your heart in this moment. When you feel complete, extend the top leg. Slowly draw the body back up to a comfortable seated position. Here we'll close with the hands on the heart. We take this sacred moment at the end of a practice to send love and healing out to every human being on the planet and every living thing in the universe. We can affirm together, there is enough love to heal the world, and there is enough love to heal ourselves. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. This means peace, peace, peace. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and hopefully you can use it as a way to enhance your running training. If you liked this video, please like it here on YouTube, share it with your friends on Facebook, or even leave me a comment below. I really like to hear how you enjoyed this video.